Hey guys, welcome to the review show. My name's Austin. Kandahar stars Gerard Butler. An undercover CIA operative gets stuck in hostile territory in Afghanistan after his mission is exposed. Accompanied by his translator, he must fight enemies combatants as he tries to reach an extraction point in Kandahar. I really enjoy most of Gerard Butler's movies because they're just the most over the top films you have ever seen. And there's really bad ones that are just so bad that they're so good. There's actually good ones that are actually pretty good, and that they're not bad that they're good. And actually there's just ones that are straight up bad. And this one just kind of just falls in the line. There's something in my eye. This one kind of just falls in the line of being just boring. This isn't any Gerard Butler movie that you would kind of expect, because if you're a Gerard Butler fan, you know what movie you're trying to get into. You're just trying to get into a dumb, fun action type of movie. And we had a movie called Plane that came out earlier this year. He played a sort of different role. Wasn't really the action type in that movie, but that movie was fun. I actually enjoyed Plane, and so I was really excited to see this, and I just came out underwhelmed, really, because this one tried to be a heartfelt movie, which isn't a bad thing. If you're trying to be a heartfelt movie, great. Let's see what you got. But then it doesn't have any of the character development that it needs to be a heartfelt movie. Because our main guy, I don't remember the character's name. This takes place after some time the U.S. soldiers were pulled out of Afghanistan, and so now territorially has been the territory is in Afghanistan is even way worse now, and they say that in the movie. This is way worse than before and all of that, but we don't really see how Afghanistan is dealing with the aftermath of the U.S. pulling out. We only see maybe 2 bodies hanging in the streets, and characters saying, "Hey, things got worse." Literally, there's a character in the movie. Things aren't that how they used to be. They were even worse after you left. But it's less impactful when you don't show anything. And this movie is 2 hours long. How the fuck is this movie 2 hours long? And we get no character development, no setup to feel what's happening, and we're supposed to care about these people that are going through terrible things in Afghanistan. Now, from our own mindset of common courtesy and knowing that Afghanistan isn't a good place, that is supposed to help us feel bad for these people. But from a story standpoint, from a movie standpoint, it is your job to make us care. Not from, but we know how bad it is there, so we don't need to show you that it's bad. It's you still have to make us care, even though that we sort of do, but you still need to try to make us care. And the movie tries to show us how powerful Afghanistan has gotten by showing, I guess, somewhat the group of how this big group terrorist is bigger now, or kidnapping someone. They have connections outside Afghanistan and they kidnap somebody, but that kidnap situation doesn't even come to interplay in the story at all. She maybe has less than 10 minutes of screen time of whoever gets kidnapped in the movie, and because they stole some information, and Afghanistan doesn't want to get that taken out and exposed, and so then they can't continue their work. But the thing is, it doesn't go anywhere. It just kind of ends. It's that's the end of the kidnapping situation, because she doesn't die. This character doesn't die. She lives till the end, but she gets out basically just yeah, you're free. Our main character doesn't have to go save her or anything. It's just that's basically it for that. And that's just pretty much how this movie is. It just feels like scene after scene, trying to make you feel bad for what's happening, but without any effort. An next action scene, all right, another felt scene, and next showing, there's people in this state or country. It's not a state. It's mostly a country. Basically work from any side, whoever pays the most. And next there's it's just not fun. It's not fun. It doesn't have the heart. So it's like, what is this movie for? Like, who is this for? Because I can't really find any. I couldn't really think of like what movie this is really for, because it's really for nobody. This movie isn't really for anyone, because I don't see how anyone could get behind any of the characters or have any fun with the action when the action is hardly there. And it's like, I don't care about Gerard Butler's character even when he's in these dying situations, even though we're supposed to, because they said because he's supposed to have a family and his daughter graduates in like 3 days, and so when his mission is like, you know, compromised, he's trying to get out of here as fast as he can. But I don't care, because we don't spend any time with his family, even though that his name was exposed, like his actual name of like working for the CIA. The Afghanistan know who he is, so it's like, oh, maybe his family will get kidnapped and he has to go save them. No, they don't show up until the end of the movie, and so it's like, oh, so his name being exposed and that has no impact onto the movie at all either. So like, that what was the point of telling us, oh, to add, I don't know, like, that's what I'm trying to say is like, half the scenes in this movie have no purpose and it doesn't make any sense. And it sucks to say that, because there's moments in this film I really like. I did enjoy the opening. It was a pretty cool opening. It was a nice setup into everything. I did like the action when it showed up every once in a while in the movie. And next, I enjoyed that final action part of the movie as well. I think that was a lot of fun. But they are so far between one another, it's just simply boring. It's not that interesting. And like, they could have made, if they're trying to make us feel bad for these characters, they should have had more setup for one another. Like, instead of like having a phone call with the wife on the phone at the beginning of the movie, have some character development with them actually hanging out with one another before he goes on his mission, or have it as a flashback where we see him, you know, trying to basically, you know, have a relationship with his daughter, because they're supposed to be on an unsteady level, but by the end of the movie they're like, no, everything's cool. Then why is everything worried? I get that his daughter's graduation is coming up, and that's kind of like a big thing, but the movie's trying to make us feel like, oh, this is like a broken family, and like he needs to get back on time so he can basically rebuild whatever's left of his family and his family's relationship. And it's just like, I just don't really see the point of the movie. It's not terrible, it's not bad, it's just simply boring, and I would never really watch it again. And so it's just, with the tiny tweaks around and adding a couple more scenes and taking other scenes out that are pointless. Take out that whole entire kidnapping subplot. That made no sense. If you're going to add a kidnapping subplot, at least make that the family subplot, where the family gets kidnapped and he has to go save his family, and next they have to get out of there before the plane leaves. And so, I don't know. That's pretty much my thoughts on this movie. It's just not that interesting. It's not fun. It's all right, I guess. If you ever want to watch it, you can when it hits streaming, but it's not something to go out and see in theaters. I did get to see an early screening of this, so trying to I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't come out until next week. I'm gonna give Kandahar a C-. It's fine for what it is, but it was very forgettable. You're not gonna really remember it in one day after that. Just wait until streaming if you ever want to watch this. It's not really a movie I was expecting from Gerard Butler, but again, I still gave the movie a chance to present itself as the way that it wanted to present itself, and it fails on that level. So I'm not disappointed that it's not fun of a Gerard Butler movie that I expected it to be. I'm more disappointed that it tried to be something else, and it fell on that level of trying to be something else. And it tried to also be fun. It just didn't really know which one to choose from, so they tried to do both, but also without the effort of the characters themselves that are supposed to be the center focus on the movie that they are trying to go for. So, yeah, I mean, it's meh. There's a couple good scenes, and Gerard Butler, of course, does great in it. But besides that, it's very forgettable. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.